white.
Yeah.
Can you be white for us, Cass?
Why, I bet I can.
Hello, welcome to Scotty Can't Do Comedy News Network. My name is Chet Donaldson.
And I'm Smolman Largesuit.
And we are here today to bring you some news. First off, in some interesting and breaking news, Scotty Can't Do Comedy has released a subreddit, as I understand. Is that correct?
That's what I've heard, but I also don't know anything about subreddits.
Yeah. I believe it is an app amongst virgins. So if you are a virgin and you belong to Reddit, please make sure you follow our Scotty Can't Do Comedy, where we are throwing up some memes and having some fun discussions.
Throwing up memes, killing dreams.
That's right. Isn't that the dream? Isn't that the dream, Smallman?
That's what I dream of. That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, first up here today, we bring in our guest, Lucy Goosey, who comes to us from the depths of hell. And I believe Lucy has a very important message for us, Smallman. Is that correct?
Yes. He's here to talk to us today about the dangers of wild geese.
Lucy's my nickname, actually. I prefer to go by Lucifer, but that's okay. We're all friends here.
That's right. We're close personal friends from outside of work.
Yes, absolutely.
So tell us about these geese attacks that have been happening. Why is it affecting so many people in various demographics?
I said geese directly here, personally, in order to terrorize humans because, they're like dinosaur birds.
Now, is it true that all geese are from hell?
Yes, that is 100% true, especially the Canadian geese, directly from hell.
And so we can then say that the influx of aggressive geese attack is directly your fault. Is there any particular reason that you feel that humans need this rather than, say, the Xanthars on planet X-15C?
Yes, the reasoning behind that is because Elon Musk and I actually made a deal, and as you know, Elon Musk is from planet Xanthar.
Right, that's common knowledge by this point, yeah.
Yes, that's why he's actually trying to go home right now. But because he's trying to go home, I figure it'd be really funny for him to watch the rest of humanity be terrorized by geese.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here, Lucifer. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Lucifer. Next, from the Catholic School of Good Boys, we have John Crossan.
We have John Crossan joining us to tell us about how Catholic nuns are actually treating kids better and only hitting them sometimes.
Interesting.
Let's go to him.
All right, and so, John, we understand that nuns nowadays are kind of lightening up their practices. Do you have any insight as to why this might be?
Well, I think it could have something to do with the fact that they're now having relations with the students, but we're not supposed to talk about that.
So they're only hitting them in bed now, is that correct?
Well, not just in bed. I mean, they kind of have to play the part outside, but it does help get rid of some of that aggression, from what I understand.
Is that part of the role play?
It could be. I'm not really one to speculate.
He is still pretty young, Smallman. So what's really concerning to a lot of viewers on this story, very hot off the press, is that we understand that the priests are no longer taking this position of sexually assaulting the children in the religious sector. Could this have to do with lack of Viagra, or is this something to do with lack of interest? Do you happen to have any insight on that, John?
Well, from what I understand, I don't know that they necessarily care for the unnatural hair colors, and as you can see, I don't have the wicked center part anymore. So I feel as though they've just been leaving me alone because I don't appeal to their preference.
Fascinating stuff.
Gosh, I feel that. That is, I appeal to nobody's preference. So
I too long to be desirable.
yeah, yes. All right, and John, can you tell us a little bit more about have the conditions in general improved? How's the lunches and everything? Are the nuns at least treating you better when they're acting the part?
The nuns treat us a little better sometimes. The meals have been fantastic. We seem to have this odd drop in students lately, though. I can't really explain it. I keep finding hair in my food, but it's good.
Delicious. Well, thank you so much for joining us here, John.
That was our leading expert on Soylent Green.
So next up, we have a time traveler. They came here from the late 1700s. They're a little bit confused about some of the practices that are going on nowadays.
We're joined by Rodrigo Ballsworth.
Yeah, can you hear us okay, Rodrigo?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Where are you right now?
The railroad. I've been working on it.
All the livelong day?
All the livelong day.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's amazing.
Did you guys see these new pen things that they have? They make smoke that makes you feel funny in the head.
Yeah, Rodrigo, yes.
Yeah, those are called crack pens in the hood.
Where are you coming from?
He probably has some of the crack visions right now.
Yeah. We're in your head, Rodrigo.
Oh no. The shadow people are talking to me.
Now, as a time traveler, have you gone into the future at all, or was this your first stop?
I don't really know what happened. I fell into a lake, went into this like spinning whirlpool-y thing, and I appeared here.
Were there any flashing lights in this whirlpool, like twinkling, or anything magical of nature?
I don't know. It might have been my wife. I think she's a witch.
As most wives are.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Rodrigo.
We hope you get back to your time soon.
Me too.
Let's hope for everybody's sake that he in fact dies here in the new times. Too much racism from back then.
I give it a
Well, Smallman, that was quite the interesting piece.
Yes, it was, Chad.
Today we are now joined by a loan shark, Donny Singleton, who is going to be telling us a little bit about the lack of loans that he's been having to give out due to inner city kids not needing money anymore. Donny. All right, Donny, tell us a little bit more about the decline in your business as a loan shark.
Hey, how you doing? I think it might be playing in part to all these fucking stimulus checks, you know? Can't be giving out no money if everyone's getting it from the fucking government.
Tell me a little bit more then, how is it that you're able to provide for your family in the meantime? Do you have any side gigs or any other businesses that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I mean, I do a little dabbling, you know.
What's your favorite dabble?
Well, I run a chop shop on the side, and sometimes I just borrow cars that aren't mine and scratch off the VIN numbers and
Oh yes, that's always fun.
make them pretty.
Yes, that's actually sounds very similar to what happened to Largeman small suits.
Yes, So you help me out here, because I'm not overly familiar with your profession. Are you in fact an actual shark?
You see, I'm not really a fan of the water. I don't like the water. I can't swim.
So you're a lone land shark.
You could say that. You could say that.
Oh, that sounds like he's a croc. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the practices now? Do you still have any returning customers? What happens when they don't repay their loans?
Well, they don't return after that. I always get my money. I always get my money. But sometimes, you know, it's just not from them. You know, sometimes they have a life insurance policy or something. You know, there's always leverage.
If it were me, I'd go after their families as well. Is that something you've considered?
Well, not many of them have much of families left either. But you know, it could happen. It could happen. People disappear all the time out here. You know,
in this economy.
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
time.
Absolutely. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us here, Donny. Wonderful to have you on the set.